Irish language. Céad míle fáilte. Would you say after me? Céad míle fáilte. Céad míle fáilte. Céad míle fáilte. You'll find these words behind most Irish pub bars on the back wall. And Céad míle fáilte, at the heart of Irish culture, means 100,000 welcomes. Céad míle fáilte. And so we turn it into a prayer to our own hearts by adding two little words. Machree, M-U-H-C-H-R-E-E. Machree. Would you say that after me? Machree. So we put it all together, and it's Céad míle fáilte Machree. 100,000 welcomes my heart, all that is within my heart. The pretty bits, the nasty bits, the ugly bits, the wondrous bits, all the bits. I'll sing it one time and join me in welcoming our own hearts. Céad míle fáilte, Céad míle fáilte, Céad míle fáilte unfolds, in every heart a greening field, in every heart a forest wild and free. Céad míle fáilte, fire burns, in every heart a shining star, in every heart a golden sun. Céad míle fáilte, dwells, in every heart a shadow falls, in every heart a pain, a fear, in every heart a sacred wound. Céad míle fáilte, a lovely dream. Céad míle fáilte, Céad míle fáilte. In every heart a holy well, in every heart a running stream, in every heart a river flows, in every heart an ocean wide and deep. Céad míle fáilte, Céad míle fáilte, Céad míle fáilte a Crí. Céad míle fáilte, The story is told of the first Celt to land on the shores of Ireland. And he had a name, Avergeen. Avergeen means the birth of song. And Avergeen, the first Celt, was sort of a crazy lad. He landed on the shore, what we call Ireland today, and he was all prepared to conquer, because that's what Celts do, you know. And who would he meet upon landing on the shore but a goddess? And she said to him, "What the hell are you doing here?" And he said, "I'm here to conquer." And she said, "Well, if you must, but if you name this land, you're going to name it after me." He said, "Okay, I will. What's your name?" And she said, "My name is Bonva." Would you say that with me? Bonva. Bonva it will be, he said. So he proceeded further inland. As he approached the next major site in the land, he encountered, yes, a second goddess. And she said to him, "My sister tells me you're up to no good. You're here to conquer." He said, "Yes, I am." She said, "Well, you're going to name the land after me." He said, "Okay, what's your name?" And she said, "My name is Fola." Would you say that with me? Fola. Fola it will be, he said, the land of Fola. So he went on his way. He came to the heart of the land, somewhere around Athlone. And there, yes, you guessed it, he met a third goddess, because Ireland was full of trinities long before Christianity showed up. And most of them were feminine. So this third goddess didn't even let him speak. She said, not a word. I know what you're up to. Here's what you're going to name the land. You're going to name it after me. And my name is Aru. Aru. Would you say that with me? Aru. He said, "I will." She said, "Yes, you will." And from that day until this, the land that we call Ireland has been named after her. For Aru is Old Irish, and Aru became Ara in Middle Irish, and then more contemporarily became Ire, Ireland, the land of Ire, the goddess, Aru. So in the Irish psyche, deep within is embedded this feeling, this belief, this conviction that the land is the body of the goddess. It is divine. And that's a good thing. So this song we're about to sing comes out of the story. Begins with the question, who am I in the wonder? Who am I in the woe? W-O-E. Who am I in the darkness and the light? I'll sing a line to sing it right back. Who am I in the wonder? Who am I in the woe? Who am I in the wonder? Who am I in the woe? Who am I in the darkness? Who am I in the light? Who am I in the darkness? Who am I in the light? This is where the drums would kick in, Michael. You up for it? I am wind upon the sea. I am wind upon the sea. Your turn. I am wind upon the sea. I am wind upon the sea. I am the roar of the ocean. I am the roar of the ocean. The roar of the ocean. I am the roar of the ocean. I am the salmon swimming in the river. I am the salmon swimming in the river. I am the eagle soaring in the sky. I am the eagle soaring in the sky. And I am the teardrop of the sun. we're singing about transformation, change, deep within our hearts. That's what it's all about. Through air, through water, through fire, through earth, through each other, through the days of our lives. And yet, the question will always remain. Who are we in the wonder? Who are we in the woe? Who are we in the wonder? Who are we in the woe? Who are we in the darkness? Who are we times you just rang the bell? I think it was 3. So tonight we're taking a little trip to Ireland, and I'd like to tell you the story tonight of the Selkie, the seal woman, and relate it to Jesus and his calling on each one of us. Jesus was a great storyteller. Everybody knows that. And what I wouldn't give to just for a moment sit down in the space and time that he occupied physically and listen to his stories. I think it would be incredibly good, transformative, just to hear him, see him tell the stories that he told. And he told them for a purpose. He told them to help people wake up, to help them go deeper, search more, find more, open more, learn more, stop killing their neighbors, stop hating their neighbors, stop allowing their neighbors' children to go hungry, and stop wars that were going on all around him. That was his purpose. And he called people. He called people to come follow him. And we use that phrase very often today, to follow Jesus, but honestly, I don't think any of us would have followed him back in the day, myself included. I mean, think about it. You have your nice house, you have your nice place where you're living, your friends and family, and Jesus says, hey, I want you to leave it all behind. We're going on the road. Ready? We're going to sleep out in the fields. We'll sleep where we can. How's that sound? Pretty good? Michael, you might say yes to that. Yeah. But most of us, I think, would really have to think long and hard about that. But that's what he did. He called people to follow him on the road, and there was no clear destination. There was no clear even place to sleep for the night, maybe, for that day. I think, Anne-Marie, you and I have talked a little bit, and you've said that at this point in your life, you have entered a moment when you're not sure what's coming next, right? And I think that's what Jesus was calling people to follow him, to the not quite sure what's going to happen next moment. So before the Christian faith, there was a Celtic, Irish faith tradition. And it seems clear to me that God was at work through the Celtic, Irish tradition, very clearly in many ways. And one of the ways I believe that the divine was speaking to people was through stories, through great stories, the kind of story that you remember and live by. And this is one of them I'd like to tell you tonight. It's the story of the seal woman, or the Selkie. And the great storyteller John Moriarty would tell this story, and I heard him tell the story in Ireland, and it just gobsmacked me, knocked me over. I haven't forgot it. That was 20-some years ago. So here comes the story of the seal woman, and we can talk about it if you want. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman who got up one morning and the tide had gone way out, so far out that the fisherman could see a little island way off in the distance that he had never seen before. And so he gathered up his nets and he started walking toward this island. And as he walked, he noticed more and more there were edibles in the sand, shellfish and razorfish and all kinds of edibles. And by the time he reached the island, there was a plethora of things in the sand. He began to fill his nets with these edibles, and he worked for a couple hours. He got tired, and he's on the island now, and he takes a nap. when he wakes up, he's trapped. Because that's what happens, right? We go after something, we think we want it, we get it, and then it has us. So he's now on the island, and the tide is back, and he can't go back. So he's got to be content where he is. And it's getting dark and darker. And this is the part I want you to remember. The moon was full, and the moon was bright. Would you say that with me? The moon was full, and the moon was bright. And underneath this full, bright moon, it happened. Because something always happens. And what happened then with the fishermen was that a thunderous sound of hundreds of seals emerging out of the sea underneath the full, bright moon. These seals came barking and flopping and flipping and onto the sand, their sleek black skin underneath the full, bright moon shone. The fisherman was delighted. And then the story goes very Irish. For as these seals emerged from the sea, one by one, they dropped their seal coat. Can you feel that? They dropped their exterior covering. Each one became a human being. The fisherman, observing this, was enchanted. And all throughout the night, these now human beings were together. And this is the other bit I'd like you to remember. They were together in three ways. They were together in the joy, in the wonder, and the splendor of each other's company. I'll say it again. They were together in the joy and the wonder and the splendor of one another, all throughout the night. In the morning, each one walked back toward the sea. Seal coat over their shoulders, became seal again and dove into the water, all except for one. She lay in the grass, sound asleep. The fisherman, without thinking, ran over to where she was and grabbed her seal coat lying next to her and began to walk away. The woman who was sleeping woke up, and instinctively she began to follow him. But she had no memory any longer of her former life in the sea, only instinct. And she began to follow the man back to his house. She became the woman in his life. Years passed, they had children. And every night she would tuck her kids in bed just so, and every night she would comb their hair just so. But on the nights when the moon was full and the moon was bright, she would walk down to the sea, no consciousness of her former life, but she would begin to sing a song from the depths of her own heart. No words, just sound. And it would pour out of her like a river flowing from her own heart. A song of longing, a song of ache, a song of desire for a life that was truly hers. And then she'd go back in to the house and do what needs to be done. One day, she was making bread, and on the tabletop, she had the dough, and something happened, because something always happens. A single drop from the roof, the thatched roof of this house, fell onto the tabletop. It was a drop of seal oil, for that's where the husband hid her seal coat many years earlier. And from her seal skin, a single drop of seal oil fell onto the tabletop. She noticed it. She didn't pretend it didn't happen. She reached out and touched it with her finger and brought the drop to her nose and smelled it. It smelt very good. And then she brought it up to her tongue and she tasted it, and it tasted oh so good. And in that moment, her whole being was flooded with a memory of her former life in the sea, a memory of who she was, who she is, and what she needs to do. And in that moment, she went up into the roof, she retrieved her seal coat, she brought it down, held it like a child. She walked outside. Her husband and kids were away that day. She walked down to the sea, seal coat over her shoulders, dove into the water to find her seal family. The story doesn't quite end yet. That night, when the husband and kids came home, they discovered she was gone, truly gone. They were heartbroken. But the story ends like this. On the nights when the moon was full and the moon was bright, the fisherman would come home and he would find the kids tucked in bed, just like she used to tuck them in bed, and their hair was combed, just like she used to comb their hair. And on those full, bright, lit moon nights, the fisherman now would walk down to the sea, and he would sing a wordless song, a song of longing, a song of desire for a life that was truly his. That's the end of the story. Any response to that story?
Pretty sad. To be honest with you.
It is.
A little bit.
What's sad about it, Michael?
Well, the fact that she returned to her former life where before all this happened, but she had family on land. It appears that the fisherman never got to see her again. Children maybe, but the fisherman no.
Right, you got the part about under the full bright moon nights, she returned and combed the children's hair just like she used to, and tucked them in just like she used to. So in a sense, she returns. Yeah, but the fisherman is left alone, isn't he?
It seems that way.
Yeah, but with a gift.
With the kids.
The gift of a new kind of song that maybe he never sang before. Maybe his heart never opened in that way before, but now it is opened. Yeah. But you're right, there's great sadness in this story.
Well, and I wonder, that song that he's singing, was there something that he was called to that changed because of the theft of her,
Mm.
that he was left unfulfilled too, that his choice had changed,
Mm.
not just her life, but also his own life.
Yeah, his life had definitely changed, hadn't it? From the time he committed the theft
Mm-hmm.
of taking from her what was not his to take.
Right.
And perhaps it took her leaving for him to realize and for him to be able to sing an authentic song,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah. Any other thoughts? So let this story become part of your life. It's called The Great Story of the North Atlantic. It comes in different versions, different cultures. The Irish like to claim it for their own, and rightly so. I would just suggest this, that the story invites us to plumb the depths. And the story invites us to hold different worlds somehow together. You know, the past, the present, the depths and the surface, these people, that people, the different aspects of our personality, the parts that are mean and nasty, the parts that are giving and generous, all of it invites us to hold it somehow and see it. And perhaps in the seeing of it, there can be like the moon is bright, the moon is full nights when she returns, you know, and worlds connect rather than collide. There's a lot to the story. So if you're here long enough, you'll hear it again. So we'll close with a song. So the Irish don't leave us lost. They soothe us with a lullaby. The three genres of Irish song, there's love, there's lament, there's lullaby. We'll close with a lullaby. The words are ooh la loo la lie. Now sing it once and then join me in the singing. Just vocables, sounds. Close of this day, we give you thanks for your great love for each one of us, for everyone throughout the entire world. Give us the grace, we pray, to hold worlds together, to not steal, but to give generously, and to see our own lives more and more in the depths. May it be so.